Welcome back to Colonial versus Modern. Today we're going to take a look at the humble whisk and mixer, those wonderful tools that let us mix our ingredients for all those great baked goods. While there is a special flat whisk for making sauces, we are going to focus on the whisk and mixers used for making cakes and meringues. If you have ever tried whipping eggs whites to a peak with nothing but a fork, you know the difference an electric mixer or even a good whisk can make. From the simple hand-held wire whisk to the electric mixers, we have the options that make beating eggs, whipping cream, and mixing batters a breeze. So, what did the backcountry colonists use when they needed to beat an egg or make a cake? The answer is nothing more than a bundle of twigs stripped of their bark. According to one shaker cake recipe from the mid-18th century, the type of twigs used could affect the taste of the food. This recipe, called Mother Ann's birthday cake, says that if you use peach twigs, which at that time of year when Anne's birthday was, they would be filled with sap at this season of the year, and will give the cake a delicate peach flavor. If taken care of and cleaned right after use, these twig whisks could last for a while. However, eventually a new one would have to be made. Making a whisk was very labor intensive, as you had to go out, gather the twigs, and then strip them of the bark, a process which could take quite a while. And then, of course, bundle them up and tie them together. No one can say who invented the first wire whisk, but by the mid-19th century, they were becoming popular in English and French kitchens. In America, Ralph Collar from Baltimore, Maryland, patented his design for a mechanical mixer in 1856. Very quickly, other people began patenting different versions of mixers, and in 1859, the Dover egg beater was patented by James F. and Edward P. Monroe. By the late 19th century, the Dover egg beater had become the main mixer and beater in American kitchens. The first electric stand mixer made its debut in the early 20th century. These were heavy and took up a lot of space and were also extremely expensive. In the 1920s, the first handheld electric mixer was introduced, and by the 1930s, companies were competing to decrease the price and weight of these machines. Handhelds became common throughout kitchens in the U.S. In 1963, Julia Child finally brought the use of a tool that by now was 100 years old to all American kitchens, the balloon whisk. On national television, she showed how quickly this simple, small tool could whip egg whites. Depending on what was being made, people realized that it wasn't always necessary to bring out the electric mixer. In many kitchens today, you will commonly find both a whisk and either a handheld mixer or a stand mixer. You may even find all three. So next time you decide to make a cake, enjoy that you have your whisk or your mixer and that you don't have to use twigs. So thank you, have a nice day, and we'll see you next time.